Here to celebrate one of our former players who passed away recently, the best player in my opinion, and he certainly was when I was the captain. So I think that era, obviously the club was very successful, and if you're talking about what was the contribution from the players' side, you'd have to say that John Robertson contributed more than anybody else to the success of the club, meaning that he was the best player.
When the club contacted me to say they were going to open a stand, name a stand after John Robertson, I was first here. I mean, I live in Manchester and I'd have gone 5 hours to get here because he was such a great fella. And he was one of the first persons I met when I first came to this football club in the car park, and we played five-a-side, and he must have nutmegged me about 50 million times. I mean, I just couldn't get anywhere near him. He was a character and he was a fantastic footballer. Great vision, great. I mean, me and Martin played on the other side, and we used to go, any chance of the ball coming down our side? Because it was always down the left, but he was the one that made things tick, so he was that good.
John had a wonderful career here, as we all know, and I remember when he first came to the club at 15, and a ragtag bob lad from Scotland, and yeah, he became a very humble man even when we got to the very top, John. And you could even see in those early days what a great player he was going to be. I remember watching the youth team play when I was doing a bit of radio, and you could see in those days he was going to be a top player, and which of course it proved to be. And I think it's just a great tribute for Nottingham Forest Football Club to name a stand after John. Very humble man, great player, and we all had a great respect for him.
We're not talking about, oh yes, he was a good player, you know, or he was quite good, you know. This boy's like a football genius, and they don't come along that often. I mean, if you're talking about when we played, which is quite a long time ago, you have to think, well, you know, they haven't produced anyone at Nottingham Forest as good since then. And you'll know that by results, of course, because if you've got good players and exceptional players like John Robertson, then you're going to be successful. It was just great to play with him, you know. If he got the ball, he always wanted the ball, always wanted to get involved, and every attribute that you need really as a footballer.
He was very calm, very calculated, and he'd help you. He's one of the senior players. Remember, I was an apprentice and he was just a pro, just got in the pro, and he was a midfield player. And Cloughie changed him to a left winger, and the thing changed from there. But he was very helpful in many, many ways.
An incredible day today. Obviously, as a player, we all know the statistics, we've all seen the films, we've all seen the footage. And some of you obviously had that great privilege to have played with him. He was clearly the greatest player that this club, through its long history, has ever produced. But we all know that he was more than that. And trying to think of what I could say succinctly to try and sum John up, I think it's this. That if he was here today, the first thing he'd say is, I could never have done what I did without all of you. And he would be the first person to give the credit, not only to his teammates, but to his friends, and in particular to his family. And I hope that sums John up. So for me personally, and I know for ownership and for Johnny and the board and everyone at the club, it's a real pleasure to do what we're doing today. And against that background, I'd like to thank all of you for coming. I'd like to thank all of you for what you did for John in his life as well. And I'd like us all to raise a glass, please, to celebrate John Robertson.
I think it's great of Nottingham Forest Football Club to remember him in that way. I mean, I'm just turning around to look at it now, and it looks absolutely fantastic, doesn't it? And I think if he was still alive, he would say, thank you, Nottingham Forest Football Club.